and welcome to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell from the B.B. Comer Memorial Library here in Sylacauga. Before I get started, I want to thank Chris and everyone here at TV47 for all their help in putting on our program. Today I'm talking with Shaylyn Vick and Joseph McDonald. They are part of SAFE Southern Dance and Performing Arts musical theater production of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, whichever way is correct. Which is correct?
I think in the show we pronounce it Notre Dame, but really it's whatever.
Okay, I should have asked that before we got started. That's okay. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having us. It's very exciting.
Yeah, I'm always excited to see the next production because y'all do several productions a year, so I'm excited to hear about that. Before we get into that, though, Shaylyn and Joseph, let's just start and talk about you a little bit. Shaylyn, we'll let ladies first. Tell us about yourself.
All right, well, I'm Shaylyn Vick. I am 18 years old. I'm a graduate of Hope Christian School. I've been homeschooled my whole life. I've been studying and training in classical ballet for 13 years, and now I teach ballet levels 1 and 2 at Southern Dance and Performing Arts.
Great, great. And how about you, Joseph?
My name is Joseph McDonald. I'm 16 years old. I was homeschooled under the Way, the Truth, the Life Christian homeschool. And I also graduated a bit early, so I currently attend Auburn University, majoring in aerospace engineering in my sophomore year right now.
Great.
But I also minor in theater, which applies a bit more to all of this. And I've been in quite a few productions with SDPAC now.
Both of you have. I know I've seen you act many, many times. What parts have you played, Shaylyn?
I played Elsa in Frozen Jr. And then Beth in Little Women. And what came next? It was Jenny Hill in Big Fish, and then Cecily Cardew in The Importance of Being Earnest, and now Esmeralda.
Esmeralda in this production. That'll be fun. And Joseph, what parts have you played?
Likewise, I was also in Frozen Jr. I played Hans, and then in Little Women I played the role of John Brooke. And Beauty and the Beast, which you forgot to mention, I played Lumiere, and she played Silly Girl and
Silly Girl too.
Oh,
and I also understudied for Belle.
Oh, okay.
And then in Big Fish, I was assistant music director and understudy for Dr. Bennett. And then in Importance of Being Earnest, I played Algernon Moncrief. And currently in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, I'm playing Quasimodo.
Wow. You both have been in several productions. I know, and I know, Joseph, you've done other places too, other productions. That's exciting.
Yes, I performed with the Sylacauga Community Playhouse here in town, done lots of stuff with them. I've also performed with the Virginia Sanford Theater in Birmingham, Prattville's Way Off Broadway Theater, Leeds Arts Council, and the Alabama Shakespeare Festival.
Oh, that's great. So you two truly love theater.
It's very fun.
I know you act, do you sing, both of you?
I'd say so.
Yeah, well, I knew that actually because I've heard you both sing in productions, but I just wanted to ask that. Well, before we go any further, this production is in October, right? What are the dates?
The dates are, they are October 20th, 21st, 22nd, and then the following weekend, the 28th and 29th. These are the public performances.
Right.
All of these shows will be at 7 p.m. except for the 29th, which is going to be a 2 p.m. matinee.
Okay, good, good. Where can we get tickets?
So you can find tickets at our website at sdpac.net.
Okay.
Or you can call at 256-245-1669. Again, that's 256-245-1669.
All right, and it is well worth it to get your tickets ahead of time and get it. We've been to several of the productions. They are excellent. Your dad is the director, right?
Yes, he is. He's been directing all of SDPAC's productions so far, except The Importance of Being Earnest was co-directed by Celia Blanchard.
Right, right. Well, he's training someone to come alongside him. That's
Exactly.
wonderful. That's wonderful. And I know you both love being on stage, I think, and that not everybody does. So it's a rare talent to have, I think, when people enjoy being on stage, and you're wonderful to watch. I have to tell you, Shaylyn, your part as Meg in that production of Little Women was wonderful. I love that. It was I love the story anyway. You know, it's a book, so I love the story, but that's a lot of fun. Anyway, I just got off chasing a rabbit there, but you're doing school performances also.
Yes, we are. The school performances are the 25th and 27th. There will be 2 shows each day, both morning and afternoon. The school performances will perform for public schools, private schools, and even homeschool groups of any sort, really.
Great. Any group that wants to come. Right? Now, do they have to call ahead of time, make reservations?
Yes, they can call to register for their school at the same number provided earlier, but again, that's 256-245-1669. They can call there. So if you're homeschooled and you'd like to bring your little homeschool group, I mean, you can call there and get student price tickets for $5, you know, as opposed to the $15 for public attendances.
Right. And it'll be well worth it. And also, I know your mom sent me this. Your mom is your whole family is involved in this. That's great. You love theater. Your mom sent me this study guide for school teachers or homeschool teachers, parents, whatever. This is wonderful. A way to tie the book into what you're studying, learn a little bit about the time periods or anything else you can say about this. It's just wonderful. The synopsis, vocabulary. You get into a little geography here, I believe, too. Where is France? Things like that. What grades is this suited to, or really, that's kind of a bad
So
question.
the study guide is intended mostly for teachers for grade 5 and up, as the show has some very complex themes in it, which we find will be most suitable for children that are upper elementary school or middle school and up. I feel like they will glean the most value from the play.
Sure, yes.
But all ages are welcome to come. This is a musical, so there's going to be singing and dancing as well, which is always very nice for all ages.
That is nice. Is it like the Disney version that we've all seen? That's most of our exposure to this, I think.
Yes, it's very similar. We have several fun songs that are drawn from that, such as God Help the Outcast, Heaven's Light, Out There, and other such songs. However, it does take some liberties here and there with even more fun songs and better, in my opinion.
Oh, good, good.
And then the themes in the show vary somewhat. There are some changes in storyline here and there to make it a little more realistic-ish, to hold closer to the original Victor Hugo novel.
Yes.
But this is not going to be unfamiliar to you if you have watched the movie.
Oh, that's great. Well, I am very excited. In October 21st, 22nd, 28th, and 29th, and the 29th is a matinee. And I'll tell you, you can go to their website or you can follow them on Facebook. I do that, so I usually know what's coming up when you're having tryouts and things like that. So that's a lot of fun. Now, do you both sing in this production? I know you act as Quasimodo and as Esmeralda. Do you both sing?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, we both sing. We have a few songs between the both of us, and you have a very beautiful song. God Help the Outcast. Esmeralda sings that. It's just, and she's doing just amazing with it.
Good, good. This takes a lot of time, I know, a lot of time. And you're in school, you're working. How do you manage that? You just do.
Well, the ship's still floating.
That's true. That's a good way to put it.
But no, it does take a lot of time and effort, theater. It's a lot of people don't give theater enough credit for how much work you have to put in behind the scenes between memorizing lines, working on songs, choreo, and even just getting into your character and understanding what they would be going through and understanding them so you can portray them most accurately. It's a lot of work that goes into it.
That's true. Well, I think we all make time for the things we love. So that's great. Well, we're going to pause for a commercial break, and we'll be right back and talk some more with Shaylyn and Joseph.
Offers to senior citizens in the Sylacauga and surrounding areas lots of fantastic activities throughout the week. Sewing, ladies bridge, quilting, game-o-rama, ceramic classes, bingo, travel club, and lots more. It's all at the Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Activity Center located next to the J. Craig Smith Community Center in Sylacauga. Don't spend any more time alone. Get out, make new friends, and have fun.
Sylacauga's best kept secret? No more. Harvey's on Noble is the place to go for the area's best food and drinks. Whether you're in the mood for steak, burgers, salad, seafood, or dessert, Harvey's on Noble will not disappoint, and the atmosphere is perfect for catching the big game or just relaxing after work. Harvey's is open for dinner Wednesday through Saturdays, so round up the family and we'll see you at Harvey's on Noble, downtown Sylacauga.
Great. What am I going to do now?
Time to visit Brown's Auto Collision.
No problem at all. We've contacted your insurance company and we can get you back into original condition right away. And I just want to remind you that all of our work is covered by a lifetime warranty. We're done.
Wow, that was easy and looks great.
Brown's Auto Collision.
where quality is no accident.
Welcome back to Library Connection. I'm talking with Shaylyn Vick and Joseph McDonald. We're talking about Safe Southern Dance and Performing Arts' upcoming production of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I'm trying to say it correctly. They are the Hunchback, Quasimodo, and you are Esmeralda. That's right. So if you haven't seen the movie, or you need to you need to come and get the book from the library and read it, because you said this has some things from the book that are probably not in the movie. So that's always fun to see the differences in that. And there's the poster of the dates and the times and how to get tickets. Go to sdpack.net or call that number there and get tickets ahead of time. It's always fun to go see the productions. I enjoy it. Well, you said you sing a song, or I know you both sing several songs in that, but that was a bad thing. You both sing several songs in this, but Shaylyn was going to sing a little part of a song she's going to sing. Tell us what leads up to this song. What's going on with Esmeralda?
Well, the song is called God Help the Outcasts, and it's basically a prayer. I enter Notre Dame, and I start praying about my people, and Esmeralda just really wants justice for her people and for them to be able to live freely and normally. So that's
all right. Yeah. Well, we'd like to hear a little bit of it, and she's going to do a great job, but the music just doesn't really work with the sound and everything here. So.
Right. Oh. I don't know if you can hear me or if you're even there. I don't know if you would listen to a gypsy's prayer. Yes, I know I'm just an outcast. I shouldn't speak to you. Still I see your face and wonder, were you once an outcast too? God help the outcasts, hungry from birth. Show them the mercy they don't find on earth. God help my people, we look to you still. God help the outcasts, or nobody will.
Oh, Shaylyn, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I know you want to come hear that. That was great. With no music or anything, that was spectacular. You don't even need the music, really. I will tell you, that's great. Well, I know that's a lot of fun. And we were talking about a lot of practice goes into this. How did you get into your character? I know you talked about having to study to know. You have to know a little bit about your character because you have to become that character. Was it hard to be Quasimodo?
I think that was really the hardest part about the role. He is such an extraordinarily complex character when you think about it, because he is a man that has just been concealed his entire life, has only ever interacted with one real person, that is Frollo. And he's never talked with other people. He wants to be out there. He's been able to observe them, but he's never been a part of that. It's caused him to become so, complex, as I mentioned, and it's really hard to get in that headspace there. And we've done a few rehearsals just kind of dedicated to understanding our characters and making sure that we can portray them accurately.
I'm sure that makes a world of difference when you're on stage, if you actually feel like you are the person. And I'm not an actor, but that's great. How about you, Shaylyn?
Yeah, just learning more about my character's backstory and everything. But the hardest thing about playing Esmeralda, or just playing a character so different from you, she's very fiery and flirtatious and confident, and I'm kind of just shy, So that's definitely the hardest part, is playing a character so different from me.
I guess so. Well, I know it'll be great. How do you get into costume? Does someone sew your costumes, or do you purchase costumes? A little bit of both?
Yes, our costume designer, Mr. Laura Rayfield, she kind of works out a lot of our costume and makeup, and generally we can dress ourselves during productions, but There are some more complicated costumes, and being Quasimodo, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, we're gonna have to work out stuff for that, and also more makeup surprises, which I won't get into on here.
Okay.
But then we also have Miss Leah Blanchard, who also helps out with costumes a lot. She's historically in other productions helped out a lot with that.
Now, she was in the other day to get a book, and I said, I bet you're making costumes for the productions. And she was in to get a book of the Hunchback, and she said yes. So she doesn't just sew something, and all of them, they're doing a lot of research to know the character, too. That's great. That's exciting. And your set, who does the set building?
The wonderful Rob Blanchard. He is just a really cool guy, but he's building our set currently, and one of the cool parts of our set is we're actually going to have several bells hanging, and they're going to be able to ring and everything, and it's we picked those up just the other day, and 2 of them are as big as me, and they are really impressive.
That's neat. And because I forgot, this is set in a cathedral, right? And you would have the bells ringing. I'd rather buy one than try to make one, I believe.
Yes.
I believe. Well, that is exciting. So it takes a whole group. I know your dad is the director, and lots of people behind the scenes with makeup. It's a whole group, isn't it? A large group, I know.
And even without, besides from the stage managers, costume designers, directors, all these major roles, you're still going to have, at least 50% of the cast size and people of moving set pieces, all the people dressed in black shirts and pants behind the scenes moving things and making sure everything's going to perform perfectly on stage. It is, an aircraft carrier's crew of people to run a show.
I bet. Even the person that gives out programs and takes up tickets, it takes a lot of people. I know your families are involved in this too, because I've been to some of them and I see your family involved. That's great. That's wonderful that your whole family is involved in all of that. What is the most challenging part of being the Hunchback? I know getting into the role maybe. But.
Yeah, that is by far the thing I know has required the most work. I could talk about his songs, which are generally difficult, but no, I think that getting into the headspace for the character and making sure that you understand him fully has required the most hours of work put in.
Oh, I bet, yeah. Besides learning the lines. What is your favorite part in this production, being Quasimodo?
Well, for me, although his songs are very tough, I do love singing them, and they are absolutely fun, and they sound amazing, and Alan Menken is just a master writer. So his songs are probably one of my favorite parts about this show.
Good. How about you, Shaylyn?
The same for me. The songs are great. My favorite song is Someday. We sing that at the very end of the show. I sing it with my Phoebus. And it's so beautiful. I love it.
Fun. That's great. Well, I just can't wait to see your production. This will be a lot of fun. We're going to pause for another commercial break, and we'll be right back and talk some more with Shaylyn and Joseph.
The Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Activity Center offers the senior citizens in the Sylacauga and surrounding areas lots of fantastic activities throughout the week. Sewing, ladies bridge, quilting, game-o-rama, ceramic classes, bingo, travel club, and lots more. It's all at the Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Activity Center located next to the J. Craig Smith Community Center in Sylacauga. Don't spend any more time alone. Get out, make new friends, and have fun.
Sylacauga's best kept secret? No more. Harvey's on Noble is the place to go for the area's best food and drinks. Whether you're in the mood for steak, burgers, salad, seafood, or dessert, Harvey's on Noble will not disappoint, and the atmosphere is perfect for catching the big game or just relaxing after work. Harvey's is open for dinner Wednesday through Saturdays, so round up the family and we'll see you at Harvey's on Noble, downtown Sylacauga.
Great. What am I going to do now?
Time to visit Brown's Auto Collision.
No problem at all. We've contacted your insurance company and we can get you back into original condition right away. And I just want to remind you that all of our work is covered by a lifetime warranty. We're done.
Wow, that was easy and looks great.
Brown's Auto Collision.
Where quality is no accident.
Welcome back to Library Connection. I'm talking with Shaylyn Vick and Joseph McDonald. They are some of the stars of Southern Dance and Performing Arts production of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And we'll go over those dates again. It's October 20th, 21st, 22nd, 28th, and 29th. And the 29th is a matinee.
Indeed.
This is the first time, I think. You tried a matinee before?
We did a matinee once during Frozen Junior, but never attempted it since then.
Well, great, because I know different times. 7 p.m. is not always the best time. Everybody has a different schedule. And they are all at B.B. Comer High School. And you get tickets from the website or from the phone number that was on the poster there.
Yes.
Yeah. And follow them on Facebook and maybe whatever other social media platforms you do. But that's where I follow you, on Facebook. We talked a little bit about the study guide I know that your dad put together. I know school groups are invited to come, and they're probably calling now, getting a reservation. There is a cost, but it's much cheaper than if you go on a night to a nighttime performance. And I think that's so good because a lot of children don't get to see live theater.
Absolutely. One thing that a lot of Alabama communities are often starved of is just kind of an exposure to the arts. Theater is such a valuable source of everything, really. It teaches you empathy, it teaches you how to understand people. There's a lot of things you can see from theater, and it's really valuable to the community to have that sort of a thing here. And that's one of the reasons why we do school performances, so that thousands of students. I think with the last show we had 3,500 students come through for Big Fish.
That's wonderful.
And they all got to see kind of that live theater experience. And oftentimes we grab some students from there and they find that theater is kind of their calling.
Good, good. I guess you have to see it to know, really. And there's not just the acting, the singing, the dancing. There's makeup and costumes and props and art, everything. I know I heard your dad speak one time. Musical theater involves so many of the arts at one time, all those different kinds. So that's exciting. That's neat.
Absolutely.
I'm excited. And any more you can say about the study guide?
The study guide is it's an extraordinarily useful resource. I think this is the first time we've ever actually attached a study guide to a show, and it's reading through it, it's absolutely very helpful to students, and teachers can use it to, once again, help those students understand the characters a bit more and think about them in a way that maybe even as actors haven't thought about them.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I like here, having taught school before, a lot of these relate to the Alabama course of study, and every teacher has to teach that, different objectives from the course of study, and this meets those objectives in such a personal way to be involved in, to go see the production. So that's exciting. So look at that. Look at the study guide. You can get it when you sign up for the program, I'm sure. But there's a little bit of everything, social studies, and the course of study also does involve some of the arts, so it's wonderful to do that. So get the study guide. This is wonderful. I'm glad your dad. I know a lot of time went into this for your dad to do it, but it's well worth it for teachers, for homeschool parents, everybody. I know this doesn't happen just with your families and your group. There's a lot of sponsors, right?
Oh yes, so many. Being a 501c3 nonprofit, we depend heavily on sponsors, and I just want to thank them all. Really, they are the reason why we are able to do these shows. They help us, come out on top on funds and make sure that everything stays ahead of the curve. Shaylyn, if you want to list some of these sponsors here.
Yes, Alabama State Council on Arts, Alabama State Council on Arts Administrative Project Grant. Alabama Arts Alliance, Alabama State License Tag, buy license tags.
Right.
Mary Beth Cromer, NEMAC, Hendrickson Properties, Cornerstone Masonry, Alabama, Heritage South Credit Union, C&M Portable Buildings, Roden Plus Fields, Skeleton Heating and Cooling, Chick-fil-A, Sylacauga, National Endowment for the Arts, Camellia Homes, Margaret Morton, 3D General Dentistry Services.
Wow, it takes a whole group, doesn't it?
Yes.
Right. And I know some are cash donations, some are other in-kind scholarships, not scholarships, but things like that. Well, that's exciting. And I know y'all are writing grants too. Somebody at your agency is writing grants.
That would be my mother.
That would be your
She is the grant writer. She's always behind the computer working on some grants or something, and it's honestly impressive.
That's great, yes, because you've gotten several grants. So they're actively seeking, you working to get money and asking people to donate too. So it's such a worthy cause.
And we appreciate every sponsor we get. Even the smallest donation of like $50, even $20, just it goes a long way, because that's $20 you can spend on a costume or a small little lighting fixture. it all goes to something.
That's great. That's great. Well, I know you've been working on this for several weeks because the last production, it seemed like it was just the other day, but I'm sure time goes so quickly. I know. But so I know you have to try out, and then you start learning lines, and then start rehearsing. And you have some folks in the play that are driving from out of town.
Mm-hmm. I think we have some people coming from Wetumpka area to the. Where's Bethany from?
That's okay, but they're driving an hour
about 50
or
minutes
so.
away or so. It's drawing from all over the state, and I know myself. I've driven an hour for rehearsal, and you only want to perform with the best. So
that's true.
I guess that says a lot, doesn't it?
It does. I think it does speak well for our community and the group that you're with, drawing people from out of town, and that is a real commitment because you have rehearsals in the evening. I'm sure because people work or in school, so. Right. A lot of time goes into that, and I know you guys are just probably always learning lines. You go from one production to the next, and you're always learning lines. How do you keep that straight?
Well, like I said before, it's a ship that floats. You gotta work at these lines all the time. We have a date which we're set to be off book, but oftentimes people's lives are so busy we can't always make that.
Sure.
But it always turns out great on stage, and we do our work, and we always put out something that's worth seeing.
That's true. You do. It's great. It's great. Shaylyn, what has been your most challenging role, or maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I should ask, what's been your favorite role that you played? You've done several productions.
My favorite role, I think, was Cecily Cardew in The Importance of Being Earnest. She was just so fun, and I feel like most of the roles that I've played have been kind of sad, but she was just very happy, and yeah. She was my favorite.
Well, good, good. And y'all know you'll have many more roles after that. How about you, Joseph? What's been your favorite?
For me, that kind of teeters between two roles. I think my role in Importance of Being Earnest was very fun. Algernon Moncrief, he was a very active character. I liked how he interacted with people on stage. It helped me kind of get into that. But then Lumiere with Beauty and the Beast, that was a really fun role. It was also kind of outside of what I'd done before. I mostly played subtle roles, and he was so out there, he was so big and exciting. I really enjoyed that.
That is perfect. He is out there, isn't he? I love that. Well, you guys do a great job. I've watched you perform in several performances. Oh, and we forgot to mention the T-shirts. I'm sorry, there they are right there. Where can we get a T-shirt?
You can call at 256 245-1669, or you can purchase them at sdpac.net, or I'm pretty sure you can just walk into our studio and ask for one.
Right, great. And you guys are wearing them. That's a great way to remind people about that. That's awesome. Well, we're almost out of time. I just appreciate you both for being here so much. I know you're busy, school, work, learning lines, rehearsing and all that. I appreciate you being here, and I hope that you will all come and see Southern Dance and Performing Arts production of the Hunchback of Notre Dame in October, starting the 20th. Get your tickets online. And thank you for joining me on Library Connection.